And as we said, Sassy has played 17 games, just waiting for that final one against Seaford, where Seaford's going to come up and spoil the party for them. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? I'll definitely have you back on next week if you do that. They're on 36 points. Salisbury on 31, West Adelaide 29, along with NAB on 29. Northern Demons, they've slipped a little. They're on 27, but they've got the least conceded goals on 16, so it's doing something right there. Playford on 25. So basically you've got top 6 positions vying for, you know, the top 5 there. So as it has been for most of the season. Toros on 10. Seaford on 9. Yes, that's 9. Waiting to try and get into double figures there. Gawler on 7 and Port Pirie City on 5. So what do you reckon? You've got 4 games to go. Who are you playing in those 4 games? Do you know offhand who you're playing in those 4 games?
Yeah, well, we've got Playford this week. Yep. And then we have...
We've got Sassy after that.
Yes. Then Port Pirie, and we play West Adelaide last game of the season. So again, that could be a promotion game there.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, I'm sure that the other teams would like us to get some points off of some of those teams and make a difference. So
by the end of round 16, Sassy would have played their 18 games. They've just got to sit back and see whether someone is going to come and snatch it from them, or they actually get promoted. Which is not, I guess, not a really good position to be in. You want to be playing, don't you, in the last few games?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
How come Sassy play in the week?
How come they did? Yeah. Because they had some of the young lads like Joseph Costa and a couple of them are away with the Joeys.
Oh, right, yep.
So they had to do that to make sure that they had enough players, and they ran it past FFSA and everything was okay to do that. So they brought all these games forward. So
like when you were saying before as well, with West Adelaide and NAB both on 29 points, only 2 points behind Salisbury, but they've still got a game in hand on Salisbury as well.
Yeah, they have.
So,
that's right. Yes. So see, very, very interesting. The tables are all hodgepodge at the moment. So I guess by round 16 it'll make it a little bit more clearer, and we're going to see exactly how desperate it's going to be over those last 2 games. It's very important games. Speaking of important games, let's look at the fixtures for round 15 for the State League. And the first game, actually, full-on football, is travelling up to Pirie.
You're making the trip now.
Yes, okay. Making the trip with Northern Demons. Northern Demons are taking on West Adelaide. This could be a championship-winning game, as you said. Very, very important game. We're going to be down there also to help them commemorate their 20th anniversary premiership season winning team and the event that they've got there. So I'm very happy to be going down there, and we look forward to promoting this next week with footage and interviews from people up at Northern Demons. So, and I thank everyone for organising, especially Adrian Leet, because he's organised a lot for me and they're looking after me very well. So thank you very much to Northern Demons. And then Toros are taking on NAB at Pennington. Gawler are at home to Port Pirie City. Playford City are at home to Seaford. And Salisbury at Sassy, that was played back on the 11th of June. And Sassy gave Salisbury a 6-1 walloping, and I was there that night filming, and it was... Salisbury did not play very well that night.
Sassy a good side, though.
They are a good side, and there's plenty of young guns there, which we're going to hear more about in the future. I'll guarantee you there'll be a couple of Socceroos out of that lot as well.
Young Ben Dale, he's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Well, Ben, you're up against Playford.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, Earl, the coach of Playford's a good guy, known him for a while, and, you know, obviously they'll still want to make the top 5 and get to play in the final series, but, again, even mathematically, you know, you add they've only got 9 more points available to get, so they'll finish there, even if they won their last 3 games on 34 points, which you would think probably wouldn't be enough to get that second promotion spot. So they'll be looking to play in the final, so they'll need the 3 points this weekend, and of course, our goal of getting double figures as well. So
even with a draw, you'd get double figures.
That's right. But we drew with them earlier in the season. But we want to go one step better this time.
Now I want to just ask you. Obviously, quite positive season for Seaford. You've done better than you have last year. Now, are you going to be losing Sammy Bowden at the end of this year? Is he finishing up? It's
funny you say that. I've actually probably lost him for the rest of this season now because he got an injury on the weekend, and it looks like it may be probably a 6 to 8 week recovery. So hopefully that might spur him on to have another crack at it next year, because I'm trying to talk him into it, because he's been absolutely standout this year for me, and he's going to be a big loss for the rest of the season in the defence there. So
if well, let's hypothetically say he's not available next year, would you try and retain him as a mentor?
I'd love to keep him involved, because he's an absolute role model for the rest of the young lads down at Seaford. I mean, the way he's conducted himself during pre-season, he very rarely misses training, and when he does come to training, he puts it in, you know. And normally some players at that age will take the easy road and think, hey, I've already proved myself, I can just play. But not him. He does really exceptionally well. So. And
I have to commend you that you've done some great stuff for Seaford by bringing in guest speakers to talk, and I know you're trying to get more others to come in as well, yep, to let them know about their experiences in football and try and pass it on to the young lads to try and spur them up and get a bit of get a bit of that fire burning in the belly to get them working a bit harder, maybe, and get them to realise that, you know, they can create great things out of football.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah. Alrighty, well, we're going to go for a break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's show. So stick with us.